What's up guys, this is James here and welcome to another episode for the Best Class Setup series. Today we're going to be looking at the SC 2010, which is of course another assault rifle. If you have any specific gun you'd like me to do a video on, feel free to tell me down below in the comment section. So let's get straight on into the setup. So if you are new to my Best Class Setup series, what we do is break down the class I've chosen into different sections: the gun and attachments, the secondary, the lethal and tactical grenades, the perks, and last of all the kill streaks. So I've designed this class for the people that like to go for gun streaks, as well as the people that just like to play a bit more defensively and go for the lower kill streaks, because not necessarily everyone is that confident when playing Call of Duty, and I believe it will suit you whatever sort of skill level you believe you actually are. But while I was using the SC, I felt that I could get long kill streaks, but then I would die due to an enemy seeing a red dot on their radar as I wasn't using a suppressor, so that's what I decided to use for my first attachment on this class. Now next, to help improve your accuracy at long range, we're going to be including a red dot sight, because obviously any help you're going to need at long range on these long range maps is definitely something you're going to do. Now next is a third attachment which we are using, but this means we're going to be using a perk. Now I'm going to be talking about a perk that lets us have 3 attachments later on into the video course in the perk section, but the third attachment we're actually going to be using is extended mads. Now when we use a silencer, it does decrease the damage, meaning we'll then require more bullets to kill. Now extended clip boosts the mag size from 30 to 45, thus meaning we'll have ample amount of bullets to kill. As with my honey badger setup, I'm not actually going to be using any secondary or lethal or tactical grenades. I do actually use lethal and tactical grenades and a secondary on those so far, but I just don't feel they're actually needed in these 2 class videos we've done so far. Now we're going to put some perks on, and quite a lot of perks in this case for this class, so we're going to be talking about that next. So for the perk setup in this class, we'll be using sleight of hand, which requires 2 of our squad points. This decreases the time it takes to reload our gun. Next out of the category we have on the go. Now to get us to reload while sprinting, this perk is 1 squad point. Now I would recommend that you use this perk that I'm going to be talking about on any class, regardless of whatever game mode you play or how you play, and that is scavenger. It's basically a necessity when playing Call of Duty. However you play, it's always a brilliant option to be able to just kill an enemy and then go and resupply ammo without having to run off, because you're not going to have any ammo left in your weapon to take on another enemy. So just being able to run over their dead body, a blue scav pack will appear on the ground if you can resupply ammo off them, so you can just run over it and it will pick up the ammo automatically for you. So it doesn't give you an amazing amount. I think it gives you sort of like a couple of mads occasionally. So, but that's enough to get you to get another couple of kills and build up your kills, build up all your scav packs that you can pick up around on the ground. Now the next perk we're going to be using is fully loaded. Now this lets us start with maximum ammo capacity. Now that's also going to help in conjunction with scavenger, so using those 2 together is something that you guys are going to have to consider if you want to or not. But I'd personally stick with this class. Maybe change around the attachments, maybe remove a few perks here and there, or change around the kill streaks, which we'll talk about later on. But I'd personally stick with this class. I've had so many good games using this, and it's one of those sort of guns that not many people seem to be using at the moment. They've all gone for the OP guns, but this is sort of like the dark horse of the assault rifles, let's say, because not many people really know how actually good it actually is. Next, you'll need extra attachment. Now this will be required if you do decide to use my gun and attachment setup, because you need extra attachment to let you have 3 attachments on your gun at once. Now it will cost you 3 squad points though. Now obviously 3 is actually quite a lot for a perk just to give you an extra attachment. So if I was you, if you don't want to use it, I'd just remove the silencer or the extended mads. I'd definitely keep the reflex sight. It's a necessity as well for this gun. I don't feel that the iron sights are actually that good on this, in my opinion, but definitely keep the reflex and then maybe swap out the extended mads without it, or silence, and see what works well for you. Test out the class and see what you prefer. You might not even want to use any of the attachments I've used in the end. You just might want to change it around to suit yourself. Now the final perk is Gambler. Now Gambler is really helpful at the start of the game when you're not really sure what perks to run and you're not sure whether to spend out on points or things like that. So Gambler also is a 3-point streak, but I basically say Gambler is an educated risk, because although it's 1 squad point to actually buy, you can get a 3-point perk out of it. So definitely something you may want to consider, because although you may only then get a 1 squad point perk out of it, or a 2 squad point perk, you can then get a 3 or a 4 or even a 5, so it could definitely work out well. If not necessarily going to get a 3, 4, or 5 point perk every time. You may only get a 1, but it's better to take the chance and then, you know, to have not used it and then never tried. Finally, we will be using the specialist kill streak options for this class. Firstly, for our 2, 4 and 6 perk bonus, we'll be using Ready Up, Takedown and Resilience. Now within the past few days I now understand that the lower first 3 perks you do have on your kill streak class, the less kills it actually takes to get your bonus, and that's why I've chosen these lower tier perks. Now when we do actually get our bonus, we'll get 3 perks that I feel complete this class setup and will help you get any higher kill, lower death games. Now firstly off, we have Off the Grid. Now this will keep you off any enemy SATCOM radar and off any radar pings. Next we have Amplify. Now this is a must have if you do use a gaming headset, and I can already tell the difference just by using it recently after being recommended it a few times. Definitely guys, if you do have some form of headset, I would definitely start to use Amplify. Now the last and final perk is Hardline. Now if you do want to go for KM strikes, Hardline will decrease the amount you need by 1. It also gives you a kill towards your streak every time you get 2 assists. So this has been the class setup for the SC 2010 Assault Rifle. If you have any suggestions for guns you'd like to see, feel free to tell me down below in the comments section. I'm aware of the suggestions for a sniper setup, and I'm working on that at the moment, so that should be out soon. But be sure to leave a like on the video and favourite if you want to come back to it in the future. In the description there will be links to all my COD dose playlists as well as my recent videos. I have a Twitter and Instagram which I'll also link down below, so feel free to follow me on those. Hope you guys enjoyed, so thank you and goodbye.